Hi. All right. Welcome back to my channel, Miss Mischief. Otherwise, I go by Valerie. When I go to work, they don't go, "Hey, Miss Mischief." All right. Well, here is another episode or segment, or I don't know. What is it? Yeah. Fit and Fantastic Friday. La la la. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired today. I am so tired. So I think part of it is my schedule last week was 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And just as I got adjusted to that schedule this week, they're like, "Oh, can you work later, like 3 to 11?" And I was like, "Well, I don't want to work 5 days a week because I have things I need to do in the middle of the week that I can't do on the weekends." So I was like, I was doing 10 hours before. So I was like, okay, well, let me do my 10-hour shifts. But if you want me to stay till 11, I need to come in at 1 and stay till 11:30. It's kicking my ass because anytime, I guess because I'm older and I'm not 100%, because I had an injury at work, I'm tired. I'm tired. So I wanted to talk to you about, so the first 7 days of my keto journey, I lost 10 pounds. Dun, 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 10. So I was really, really excited. And this includes Saturday night having lunch with my best friend, and I went to Papados. And I look like a complete weirdo because here I'm at Papados and I'm like, going through the menu, and I'm getting out my, all my counters, like trying to find the food. What can I have? What will fit in my macros? And, so before, it took me forever to order because I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time that I've eaten out, but I was excited. I knew that if I was going to a restaurant that, I'm going to try and make sure during the day that I'm not eating carbs and I'm not, that I can save my carbs for that last evening meal because I don't have a lot of control over the restaurant, but I have control over what I'm going to do during the day. So I winded up ordering the crispy Atlantic salmon that also, so it had this salmon and it was the best salmon I'd ever tasted. And it's in this butter sauce. It also had one single scallop. I don't remember if it had 2 or 3 shrimp and lump crab meat. And then this is all sitting, it has the butter sauce, and then this is all sitting on sauteed spinach. Dear Jesus. And it was a huge, huge amount of food. I mean, for me, I could definitely make it into 2 meals. I could not finish it, but I went ahead and put the full amount of all the stuff in it because, well, that's just what I did. So the net carbs for this dish was 17 grams of net carbs, 83 grams of fat, 68 grams of protein, and 1,114 net calories. Some of the best stuff I've ever put in my mouth. It was so fucking delicious. I was like, so if I eat too fast or eat too much at one time because I've had the gastric sleeve done, I start getting, yeah, I feel like complete crap. So it was very hard not to do that because it tasted so good. So, anyway, if you've got to eat out and, just make sure if your macros are good if you're eating out during the day. Now, if you're eating out at night, if you're eating out during the day, you can sort of kind of eat what you want and then adjust your macros the rest of the day. I was sort of kind of guessing because I wasn't sure what was on the menu. I didn't know exactly what would fit. So, again, it's a learning process. Now, oh, and when I say I'm just all over the place today, forgive me. So Friday, I'm saying Friday and I'm meaning Sunday. My first full 7 days, I did lose 10 pounds. I started off at 242. My weight went down to 232. And then the rest of this week, I've been bouncing between one day 232, then 233, then 232, then 233. Sorry. I'm not quite sure why I'm like bouncing around like that, but the inches are coming off. My scrubs are fitting better, and I don't feel like a stuffed sausage in them anymore. All right, walking. So the first week I got in more steps, but I never did get 10K in any day. I got close one day, but no cigar. And this week with the schedule change, because I seem to be just exhausted from just my body, I guess, readjusting to the new hours. Yeah, I am doing good if I get a third of my steps in daily. Last week I was doing better, but this week, yeah, no. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm definitely not getting my scheduled steps in like I wanted. Originally, I wanted to get 10K in at least 3 times a week. That's not happening. Yoga. I wanted to do yoga once a week. That hasn't happened yet either. I've watched some yoga videos. Does that count? Does it count? I'm doing yoga research, but I haven't actually done any yoga yet. The other thing, I am going to physical therapy, and I managed to do something to my left arm. How cool is that during physical therapy? So it hurts now. So my original injury did not have any left arm pain, but from physical therapy, I now have left arm pain. I mean, what is that? And it's physical therapy. I am working with someone. And when I was actually doing the prescribed activity, I did not feel any pain. But now I can completely raise my right arm to the sky, and my left arm, no, it's not doing it. It's not happening. And it hurts. And it sucks. So I don't know how that's going to work out right now. So I'm still having bulletproof coffee when I'm fasting. I am still fasting 16 hours a day, intermittent fasting. So I'm happy with that. I stop eating between 8 and 9 p.m. And so the next day I eat between noon and 1, depending on when I started the fast. Again, scale versus the non-victory scale moments. Like I said, my scale keeps bouncing between 232 and 233. It's done that now since Monday of this week. And but my scrubs are fitting so much better. And even the young ladies that I work with are like, it is working, because my scrubs go over my behind now. And they were not doing that, you know, when I started this journey. And then for an afternoon snack, I've had the gastric sleeve, so I cannot eat a big meal at one time, and I have trouble getting my protein in. So I make tea. I use the Jordan's skinny syrups as a sweetener because I like something sweet. And then I use a Premier protein shake as a creamer, and it's delicious. I have that as an afternoon snack. That way it helps me get some more protein in with not a lot of calories. I think the net carbs in there is like 3 total, because there's nothing in the tea, and there's nothing in the skinny syrup. So it's I only really am counting the Premier protein shake for calories and carbs. And so I am tracking my macros like a crazy woman. My water intake has been good though. I get 8 or more glasses a day. Sleep. I've been sleeping, and that is so nice. But again, right now, I guess, and the weather's been weird. I'm still really exhausted. Now, another thing that I've noticed this past weekend, I tried doing meal prep. The issue with meal prep for me is I cannot eat 5 days of the same thing. I can do 3 days. So if a recipe makes like a whole bunch, I've got to put the rest in the freezer, because after 3 days, I'm I'm done. I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. It doesn't matter how good it tastes. I don't want to eat it after 3 days. I'm like, bleh. So, yeah. So meal prepping, I need to meal prep at least twice a week or something. Obviously I'm still learning to meal prep too, but because I want it to be fresh, because some of the stuff I like is like, I made this coleslaw and it was absolutely delicious, but you know, it's not going to be good for 5 days either. When I look at the recipe, they're like, put it in the refrigerator and it's good for this long. Well, it makes 4 servings, you know, so if you're having so many, one serving of it a day, that's 4 days. You can't eat anyway. You can't make too much of it because it won't be good. And I don't think coleslaw is freezer friendly, so that sounds like that would be completely nasty when you unfroze coleslaw. Yeah, I'm not freezing coleslaw. So the other thing is I've had the gastric sleeve. I usually can't really drink and eat at the same time, and I cannot eat. I see some people, like, their plates look amazing. They'll have like 3 eggs, 2 pieces of sausage and cheese, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. But I can't eat all that at one time. If I try to eat all that at one time, I'm going to be sick. So when I have my 8 hours to eat, I have to like space out my calories and carbs and proteins. And that's another reason why I use the Premier Shake, because I can't eat all of that. It's not possible for me at this point. I can't physically eat it. I will be sick. And I don't want to be sick. That's the whole reason, is to feel good and feel healthy. You know, last week I had a lot of energy. And this week, I think between the weather and my schedule changing at work, I don't have the same energy. But I'm pretty sure that's just, you know, and maybe that's just part of this natural process too. Because again, I've never done this before. I'm still learning. Maybe I've heard of the keto flu. I wouldn't necessarily say that I have keto flu. I'm taking supplements to try to prevent it, but they do say sometimes you are really tired. So maybe that's part of it too, because this week, starting this Monday, the tiredness is real. I'm really, really tired. But I wanted to share with you some of the cookbooks that I bought. My favorite is the Southern Keto. And this is what it looks like. Southern Keto by this young lady. I got it off of Amazon. What I like about it is she has the cinnamon muffins and she has a picture of it. Then she has all of the calories, the fat, the protein, carbs, fiber all listed. And she also lists net carbs. So the cinnamon muffin recipe called for vanilla, and my vanilla and my lemon extract were sitting right beside each other. And so I thought I grabbed the vanilla, I grabbed the lemon, I put lemon in instead of vanilla. Yeah, it's not terrible, but I don't like it. So I took all that time and energy and I don't like it. And I'm at a point in my life, it's like, I'm not going to eat things that are, you know, like, I like the results that I get from the bulletproof coffee, because that's not exactly, I don't hate it. It's not my favorite either, though the taste is definitely, you know, and I'm playing around with different coffee flavors. But these muffins have this crazy lemon aftertaste that I'm like, and I don't want to spend my carbs on something I don't think is just, you know, yeah, I don't want to spend my carbs there. At least with the bulletproof coffee, I don't have to worry about spending carbs. I'm not spending any carbs, but this has carbs in it, and I don't want to spend my carbs on something that's not delicious. So that was user error. I'm going to make another batch with vanilla and not the lemon, but I wanted to share with you my mishap because it's sad. Again, it's not the worst thing I've ever done, but I don't want to spend my carbs there. So I don't know. My daughter likes them okay. She's like, well, I'll eat them. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I'm not doing it. Now, I also made out of this cookbook egg muffins. I'm going to get to the page so I can show you what it looks like. This is what the little egg muffins look like. And they have sausage, eggs, cheese, and again, they give you the calories, the fat, the protein, the carbs, the fiber, and it has less than 1 gram of carbs per serving. And these are delicious. I love them. I just love them. I know there are a lot of recipes online, but some of the recipes don't break down the macros. So then you're like, well, how many calories is it? Or it gives you the calories, but it doesn't give you like the protein, the carbs, the fats, the fiber. It doesn't give you everything. And right now, I need it broken down for me. I need recipes that it's very clear. So like when I put it into my Carb Manager app or my MyFitnessPal app, I have everything because I'm trying to really learn about myself and this diet and what works best for me. So I need it. It's something I need. What else did I make? I made the creamy coleslaw. It's on 134. Oh my gosh, this stuff. Oh, look at that. And it was so good. It's 4 servings. It has the calories, fat, protein, carbs, fiber, and the net carbs is 2.9 grams. Oh, yeah, it was so worth all of those carbs. Let's see, what else did I make? I made the slow cooker bourbon chicken. It's on page 180. Let me get to that so you can see. This was also so delicious. I didn't put it, they say you can serve it on the broccoli rice or, the broccoli. I'm saying broccoli rice and I'm meaning cauliflower, riced cauliflower. Anyway, I didn't put it with vegetables because I made the slow cooker bourbon chicken and I ate it with coleslaw because that was what I wanted and that was delicious for me. This chicken though, it's so good. It's yeah. And the best part is like when you're trying to meal prep, there's so much cooking that I will actually do. But then if I have to cook in the middle of the week and I'm having to work, then it's really easy if I have something that I can throw in the crock pot. So that's a big help for me. What else? What else did I make? I think that is all that I made out of this book. There's some other things that I want to make, but I haven't gotten around to making yet. There is a skillet pancake on 62 that I will let you know when I make it. I haven't made it because I haven't been home and I want to eat it hot. I don't want to make it and then like reheat it. But that to me just, I don't know. It looks good. It's called a skillet pancake puff. And I'm like, yeah, I want that. It's 4 servings. And then there's only 1 carb. And it looks like something that I'm going to absolutely love. I can't think of the name, Fage yogurt, plain yogurt. The first time I put that in my mouth, was not happy. But my taste buds are changing, and lately I've been eating a cup of it with a little bit of liquid stevia and a 1/4 cup of fresh blueberries. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it. And one night, I love peanut butter. One night I really wanted peanut butter, and I had enough. I had enough that I could eat it. You know, I had enough macros left that I could have it, and I was so excited. Like I took a spoon and I stuck it in the peanut butter jar. You know, I got a tablespoon, right? And I stuck it in the peanut butter jar, and then I just ate it off the spoon. I was like, ah. And it was so good. And I had enough macros that I could have 2 tablespoons. So then I got another one, and I was like, ah. I don't know if anybody else is a peanut butter fiend, but it was so delicious. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what I had for supper. Best supper ever. Because you know how sometimes you miss a food, but then you reintroduce it and you have it again, but your taste buds are sort of kind of changing, you know, to your new diet, and you're like, and then you eat it and you're like, God, I wasted those calories and those carbs and all that on, you know, and it doesn't even taste the way I remember. Well, that was not the case with this. I was like, peanut butter, where have you been all my life? I love you so much. Yeah, I have a problem. Totally admit it. I mean, totally admit it. Me and peanut butter, yeah, that's my bae right there. Peanut butter, just plain old peanut butter off a spoon. I didn't mix it with nothing, and it was so delicious. Oh dear Jesus. Now what I made a brisket this week. It did not come out of any book. One of the girls that I work with has a brisket recipe, and it's keto friendly and it's delicious, and I eat the brisket. You know, I also cut some brisket, and I get out my kitchen scale and I weigh it out per ounce so I can calculate the macros on it. And I had some of that with coleslaw also. Then the other book, the Keto Comfort Food book that I showed you in the beginning, because I mixed them up. This book is good too. I got the recipe. It's called Slow Cooker Chipotle Lime Steak Soup. Well, it calls for a roast, but I didn't have a roast, and I'm on the frugal side. Roast wasn't on sale, but I had a big brisket already made, so it says I needed 1 pound of roast. Have y'all ever seen a 1 pound roast? Because I've never seen a 1 pound roast. When I go to the store, excuse me, roast are much bigger than 1 pound, at least where I shop. I've never seen a 1 pound roast. Gosh, something in my throat. Anyway, so I took the brisket that I made and I cut it up. I weighed out 1 pound and I used brisket instead. Then I put it in the crock pot. And I haven't tasted it yet, but the smells in my house, I cannot wait. Did I show you what it looks like? I don't know if I showed you. So it is not a taco. It's not a taco soup, but it has a Mexican feel to it. And they say for garnish, you can put cilantro, cheddar cheese, sour cream, lime wedges. I'm taking that to work today. I can't wait. It's going to be so delicious. The smell smells so good. I haven't tasted it because it wasn't finished while I was, yesterday. I put it on while I was at work, but when I got home, I was fasting. I'm still fasting. I will be fasting until 1 o'clock today. So I'm going to take it to work and then eat it. And I'm very excited about this. And, the thing is this particular recipe, and one of the reasons, again, I like photos, and she does go ahead and label everything with the calories, the fat, the protein, the carbs, and the fiber. She doesn't give you the net carbs, but if you take carbs and you take the fiber away, that gives you the net carbs. This has 7 carbs and 2 grams of fiber, so the net carbs per serving will be 5. And the fat is 13, the protein is 13 also, and calories is 204. Serving size, it makes 8 servings. She doesn't give you an exact like a cup or something. That's the part I wish she would tell you. I mean, she says 8 servings, but like if I get in there with that crock pot, there's a lot. There's a lot in there. So I'm thinking it must be around a cup. I think there's at least 8 cups in there. I'm probably more than 8 cups because I put in 8 cups of beef bone broth and then a pound of meat and all these other things. So it's probably more than a cup per serving. I haven't figured that part all out yet, exactly what a serving is for this, but I know what the macros are for the serving. So we'll work on that. But anyway, where was I going with all this information? For me, if I wanted to add more protein, then I would just add more meat to it, you know, to my individual serving. Or, you know, if I wanted to add, and of course it changes everything. Or, you know, they leave you room for the cheese. Now, what I do have, and I forgot that I have, and I need to find it. I bought an avocado and I'm thinking avocado with this would be really, really good. So I'm probably going to break out my avocado because it's good fat and it's some calories. And then I'm probably going to add a little bit of, I still have like a ton of brisket. I'm probably going to add an ounce, maybe 2 ounces to my serving to get a little bit more protein in, because again, I have trouble getting protein. That's my biggest challenge, is to get enough protein sometimes. So anyway, how has your week been? And if you have questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I mean, I will be happy to let you know if I can help you on your journey. I'm hoping I can inspire you. It's doable. Is it easy? It's not easy. It is not easy. You know, some days the fasting, the 16 hours like fly by and I'm like, wow, my 16 hours is up. I can eat. And then some days I'm like, I want to eat now. So, you know, I guess until you really get regulated, and it's still pretty early for me, right? You're gonna have that. But it's working. The best thing is it's working, you know. So again, sometimes the first 7 days I lost 10 pounds. Now it bounces between 9 and 10, but that's fine. That's fine for me. I'm good with that. That is, I think that's progress for me where I am. But again, I want to help you. I want to help you, and I'm a beginner. I am not a pro at this. I am learning. You can learn along with me. If I find something that works, I'm going to share it with you. Will it work for you? I don't know. All you can do is try it. It might work for you. You might be able to share your secrets with me and let me know what dish or what cookbook that you have found that, you know, I'm looking into. There's 2 books I'm interested in acquiring. There's a Dirty Lazy Keto book that I would like to have on hand when I can't be so clean. And there is a book that is just crock pot, keto crock pots and 1-pot dishes, 1-pot meals, something along that line that I'm also looking into acquiring because like I can cook more on Sunday because I'm completely off. But then like during the week, I need some, and I'm trying to meal prep, I need like a crock pot meal or something simpler because I don't have the same amount of time that I do when I'm completely off. So it's a learning process. I'm learning what I like because when I first saw meal prepping, I was like, oh, that's so cool. You have everything done for the week. And then I tried it and it doesn't work like that exactly for me. Some of these people, they're like, I eat this Monday through Friday, the same thing, the same meal. And I'm like, I need more variety than that, you know? So again, it's a process. It's finding out what works. But I'm excited because it is working. I just have to, adapt it to me. So if you're getting into keto and you want to know more, feel free to ask me any questions. I'm new to this, but I will share what I do know. Again, ask me questions. If you are an experienced keto, share your knowledge, because, everybody is at different points in their journey. Some people are like me, they're just starting. Some people right now are just doing research, and I suggest you research. I researched for like 2 months before I started, and I was buying like kitchen equipment to make sure that when I started, I wouldn't be going, oh, I don't have this or don't have that. Amazon is a lifesaver, so that's been a big help. The prices are good and the shipping is fast, especially if you have Prime, and go Prime. I don't think I forgot anything that I wanted to share with you this week, but I could, because I'm pretty damn human, and sometimes I just fucking forget. And it's Friday. It's fantastic Friday with a sprinkle of forgetfulness. I have that, all the time. Alzheimer's. Not yet, but maybe. I might be on my way, Haven't been diagnosed yet, but I could be getting there any minute. I have an odd sense of humor. If you don't have an odd sense of humor, or you don't appreciate an odd sense of humor, well, I don't know what to say, because I have one. And anyway, I know I've said a lot, and hope this has helped someone. Anyone. Anyway, join me again. If you like this video, please like it and please subscribe, because, well, I enjoy sharing this journey with you. You're gonna see some pitfalls along the way, because next month is my birthday, and my plans right now are to be in New Orleans during Mardi Gras, and I have no intentions of being keto friendly during that time. I have intentions to go all out. So I'm working really hard right now, and then I'm pretty sure that's going to set me back and throw me out of ketosis and throw me out of everything. And then I'm going to get right back on the wagon when I get home. But yeah, so, we'll see what happens, because I'm sort of curious, but I know that I'm probably going to be a little sad after I've done it. But right now I'm very excited to get really prepared, and then, enjoy my birthday, because I'm turning 50, half a century, and we're going to celebrate during that time. There's absolutely no tomorrow, yeah. And I'm going to eat carbs, because I cannot wait to get a beignet. Let me be completely honest, I already know it's going to be like, ah! So there will be a video of that too, I'm sure. Here's what non-keto looks like. I know you already know what that looks like, but it will be non-keto from New Orleans during Mardi Gras. I wonder how much I will gain. I'm trying to mentally prepare for this, because I've been doing so good. And I really want to enjoy my birthday. And my daughter was like, Mom, just don't make yourself sick during your birthday. And I was like, that's a good thought. But God, I'm really looking forward to some, things that I can only get in New Orleans. Yes, I can buy a box of beignet mix and mix it at home. It is not the same. I can get the Cafe du Monde beignet mix, make them at home. Yeah, part of the importance for me with the beignets is not just the actual food, but the experience, and having it in New Orleans, hot, and the people and the atmosphere and the energy during Mardi Gras. Yeah, I can't get that in my kitchen. I wish, but yeah, then I probably would never do keto if I could get that in my kitchen. Okay, never mind. That wouldn't work out for me. Not in a positive way. We'd just be going, whoo, we buying bigger scraps. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I just got off on a very long tangent. Anyway, so glad you joined me. You know, this is my keto journey. You know, I hope you can join me, more experience. Please leave me, you know, tips and suggestions because I need help. And I hope what I learn along the way can help someone with less experience or is curious how it works or how it works for you or how it works for me. And, you know, so like and subscribe. And if you're returned, thank you so much. You know, you're my favorite. And I hope to see each and every one of you again soon. Bye.